Hi guys, it is 3 o'clock and guess what? It's time to make bread. I'm going to give y'all just a few minutes to pop in and I can't wait. I'm super excited about this tutorial and I hope it goes smooth and I hope y'all learn and I can't wait to see who all's going to be here. I see my Dory girl is already in. You know me, I got my little paper towels going. I'm in the kitchen cooking. Gotta have my paper towels. Hi, Victoria, Tammy, Bernadette. Yes, girls, I'm so happy to see you. Hi, Terry. Happy to see y'all. Hey, you guys, while we're waiting for some folks to show up and as we're getting started, please share, especially to your keto groups if you're in other groups. That way they can learn to make nutritional yeast bread on their own, and I hope that I can cover any questions and troubleshoot some of the problems that everybody's had, or that those who've tried it and had some problems. Hello, Christy. Hi, Ginger. So, sharing, inviting, girl, Dory girl, you're so sweet. So we are gonna start, guys. All right. Should I give you the preview of the bread because I just pulled some out so that we can do this in reverse, guys. All right. I can show you that I just finished making bread. Is that beautiful? My house already smells so wonderful, but I'm happy that I'm doing this tutorial because I'm going to get double the bread today, and that's going to stock me up for a while. I'm so lucky. I'm so happy to be me. Now, let's talk about this bread for a second, okay, because it is like hot. I made them a little bigger so they're not quite as tall. If you make them a little smaller, they'll poof and get taller. But I wanted it big enough to be able to put a hamburger on or make a good sandwich with, whatever. And I want you guys to notice it's dark, okay? It's not super pale and light. It's dark. But I'm fixing to cut one open and show you texturally what it's supposed to look like. This is a reverse tutorial, you guys. I want you to see what it looks like on the inside. It's not wet. It's not doughy. It has the texture of regular bread. It tastes like regular bread. Okay? And I'm going to get a serrated knife real quick. And I'm just going to grab one of these. I'll set this over here. I tried to keep this so that I would be able to stay in view of everybody here. But even as this is super hot, okay, let me slide that through there. And I'm cutting and cutting. Can you guys see the steam? I don't know if it catches the steam or not, but bread. It is bread, y'all. It is delicious, okay? Just because it doesn't have flour, it's almond flour. So the almonds are a little darker and they brown much darker, I would say, than white bread or wheat bread or whatever. And I guess also, while I'm standing here, I just happen to have a butter knife and some Kerrygold butter. Why not, right? Oh, wait a second. Can I tease you guys just a little bit more? Yes, I'm buttering the other half of my bun. I'm just slathering the butter on too. But you know, here we go. Heck, why not get some strawberry jelly I made for keto jam too and put a little jelly on it. I could even toast this in the toaster, you guys. Now this is more like, you know, it looks like a spread, more of a fruit spread than an actual true jelly. I like the way the blackberries look a little bit better, but this is bread, y'all. It's absolutely delicious. Delicious. I'm going to set it down. I just had to tease y'all a little bit. And now I'm going to teach you how to do it. Okay? Here we go. I feel like I'm just like looking up because I want to make sure you guys can see down in my bowl, and I'm gonna pull in. All right, now as soon as we get done with the live, I will post the recipe. It's all over the place, but I will repost it under this live feed. I'll post the picture, I'll post the recipe. So I'm going to start out with almond flour. It is 1 1/4 cups of super fine almond flour, guys. That's all it is. And I'm gonna take my paddle off here real quick. I'm gonna dump it in the bowl. Okay? Put my butter lid back on. And to the almond flour, I am gonna add 5 tablespoons of psyllium husk. Okay, that's powdered psyllium husk. This is going to be the binder for this bread that holds it all together. So I'm going to add 5 tablespoons to my 1 1/4 cup almond flour. In this little container, y'all, I've got 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast and 1 teaspoon of salt. I just put it together. Why waste another dish, right? So I'm dumping that in there. And then I have 1 teaspoon of active instant yeast. Okay, instant yeast is instant. There's no blooming it. There's no putting it in water on the side and then adding it. So make sure you get the instant active yeast. And into the dry ingredients it goes. All right? Now, what I'm going to do, I just like to put my paddle on here. If you don't have a stand mixer, you guys, you can easily use your hand mixer. You're just going to go on medium speed, but I'm just going to blend. I'm going to I'm going to tilt it down so you can see a little more into there, okay? Instant Walmart. Yes, Christy, instant active yeast. I will show it to y'all. Hold on. Okay, that's all you have. I just do that to mix it myself rather than use a spoon. So, guys, this is Fleshman's, it's backwards, instant yeast, okay? Instant. Fast acting. This is the one, okay? I'll put a picture of it down below in the comments. I'll leave it out so I don't forget. All right, now that we have the dry ingredients all in the bowl, I just gave them just a quick little mix just to incorporate everything nice and evenly. Okay, it calls for 1 cup of boiling water, 3 egg whites, and 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar, okay? I got my nutritional yeast at a place called Drug Emporium. It's just a health food store. So if you've got a Trader Joe's or a Whole Foods or a Natural Grocers or just something that carries, you know, a granary or whatever, you can get your nutritional yeast. Again, this is just a flavored product. It doesn't act like regular yeast. It's super high in B vitamins, super nutritious. And because we don't eat real bread or real whole grains, we lose our vitamin B. So I put it back into this bread. So I'm making fortified bread, basically. Okay. Now, here's where it gets tricky, y'all. Here's where I want to show you what I do. And this is where I probably won't talk a lot because I'm going to turn my mixer on. But I'm going to pour this hot water in to that. I'm going to turn my mixer on. So if you have a hand mixer, get it just going low, you know, it's not going. But I'm going to pour the hot water in first, okay? And it's going in. And it's automatically mixing with that. Now I'm going to add my egg whites and my vinegar. And I'm going to put it up on medium. And I want you to be able to look down in here, guys. I'm not going to answer you right away because I'm wanting you to watch this. It's going to change. Okay? It takes about 30 seconds, maybe 40, but it just depends. It's changing. That husk, those husks and that almond flour are absorbing the hot liquid and the egg whites and the vinegar. So I just keep letting it go. Now see, it's starting to pull a little bit. You can see it kind of jiggling. I'm gonna stop it for just 1 second. I'm gonna unlock it, lift it, and I'm gonna scrape my sides just a bit, but you can already see that it's kind of jelly looking. It kind of wobbles, but I'm giving it just a second more. I just want to make sure that I pull it down from the side, and I'll keep going. And I pull it back up onto medium. There we go. And you can see what it's doing. It kind of gets this sponginess to it, almost, if you will. Okay, I'm gonna set this back up here, and I'm gonna tilt you guys so that you can see what I'm doing again. Let me get you guys situated. All right, let me get me situated. And I'm gonna show you the consistency. I'll just pull the bowl up there to y'all. Show you what it looks like. Okay. I'm going to get rid of my paddle. I don't need it anymore. Okay, so it feels a little warm in here still, guys. But you can see here. Let me tilt it down so you can see. Doing a live cooking tutorial can be. There we go. There we go. Now then, you can see that as I scrape this, it just comes into its own little ball. See here? It's I'm gonna just show you here. See? You can kind of poke it. That's all there is to it. All right, now let me bring y'all up here and tell you in the next stage of this, okay? Because it comes very, very important. I'm gonna pull this out. There we go. Excuse me. All right, so now I have this bowl, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to plop it out onto this little paper plate, and I have a little food scale that I use, and I weigh it, and then I divide it, and it comes out to just about 3.05 ounces. If you have a food scale, use it. If you don't worry about it. I just wanted mine as consistent as could be. My husband bought me that, so. But this is what it looks like. It smells wonderful. Smells just like bread. Okay? So what I do is, I'm going to move y'all, okay? I'm going to move you guys. Let me move my bread out of the way. I can't believe I have all this bread. I'm going to have extra. And I'm not gonna have to share it. It's all mine. And it's 3 net carbs per bun. 3 net carbs per bun, guys. You can't beat it. Oh, so delicious. Sandwiches, burgers, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna move you around. Okay. Give me a second. And I'll go through this next little space here. Thank you, Dory, for sharing, and Vicki, everybody, thank you for sharing. I'm so excited for people to learn about this. I'm going to bring this down. Guys, you're going to see more of my belly and stuff, but I want you to watch. Can you see here let's see if I can. There we go. And I could even turn this a little bit there. Look at me trying to be all Food Network and stuff. Okay, so just like with fathead pizza dough, you get your hands a little wet. And I'm going to move this scale off this scale. I'm going to turn it on. I still have to have a towel or something because I can't stand it. Okay, I've got it set to ounces, and I'm just going to pull a piece off. I'm going to pop it on there. And I'm going to just do this until you'll see what size ball you end up with. And it's about 3 point. Good Lord. I think mine is kind of wonky because that looks awful big. All right. So with moistened hands, you just take it and shape it. It's pliable. It's like messing with fathead pizza dough, guys. All right, and you just lay it down on your parchment paper. If you don't have parchment paper, I'm sure you could grease a pan. Do not try to do it don't do it without a grease sheet. So I keep getting right in there between 2 point and there we go, a 3.7. And I like to leave my water just at a trinkle. That way I can just get one hand wet, and that's good enough because then it gets my other hand wet. But you can pat them out. Now, guys, you can pat these out. You can pat these out into hot dog buns. You could pat these out even thinner. You can make them whatever size you want. Perfect, 3.7. I'm getting better at it. The more you do something, the easier it gets, the easier it is. And I have my oven set at 350 degrees. In between. $3.10. They're going to be a little wonky, but that's okay. If they're close, that's all that matters, guys. And once you get it down on the pan, then you can pat it out to your shape and size. It's just generalizing it. I always end up with a little one. I did. I knew that scale was going to be a little off, but it's all good. And you get it down there. I'm going to have one, I think I'm going to have one that has got a little too much, and I think it's this one. That one just kept messing with me. I'm going to add to it. Close enough. See, it's forgiving. It's not like you got to hurry up or anything like that. You just work it the way you want it, guys. And I'm going to give it a little bit of this one too. That's good enough. I'm going to get my hand a little wet and keep working. I do particularly like the buns. There we go. Let me dry my hands real quick. And into the oven they go. All right. So, let me tilt you up. I'm so short. Okay, there we go, guys. I'll take a minute to look at the comments. I couldn't see them because I couldn't see. But time is 3:19. Okay? I pulled my bread out. I want to say I put it in at 2:13 this first batch. And I pulled it out at 2:59. Okay? Because it's between 40 and 50 minutes. And this, I don't know if it'll pick up the sound, but you get this nice sound. And when it's very hot, it's even more hollow sound, okay? Dory's going to try it with pecan flour. And that's what I wanted to talk to y'all about while I sit here and eat my slice of bread. Oh my God. Who needs a fat bomb? Who needs ice cream? Who needs cake? Who needs any of that? When you have butter, jam, and bread after all this time. Okay, so here's my thought on this. If you take and add some cardamom to it, you could put any type of seeds on top that you like. If you want sesame seeds, cardamom, you can make it into rye bread. You could flavor this any way you want. And I'm actually going to try another batch, and I'm going to sweeten it a little bit. I'm going to add cinnamon to it. And I'm going to go with a cinnamon sweetbread. Why not, right? I got this base down, so I'm going to take this base and I'm going to run with it and just see how much I can do. I might even be able to roll it out, put butter and cinnamon and a little bit of sweetener and make some cinnamon rolls out of this because it does rise. So guys, I hope that you've enjoyed the tutorial. I hope that I was clear on this, on how it works. But look, bread, and you can freeze it, you know, if you want to make, yeah, that is a bun size burger. If you were to go to the store, this is what size bun you would get if you were buying hamburger buns. So, again, I made them long, oblong, and I did them with hot links and hot dogs and brats on Saturday for the family. So, yes. Let me know. Try it, and if you guys try it and it turns out, let me know. Don't undermix it, and don't pull them out of the oven too soon. They might look dark, but they're not burning, I promise. All right, guys. You've been fantastic. Enjoy your day and enjoy your bread. I hope I start seeing pictures everywhere. I want to see pictures of y'all's bread.